Hello, my name is Marcus, and welcome to my channel. Let me start off this How to Train Your Dragon review by stating that Universal Studios has officially done what nobody has expected them to do. They have bested Disney at their own game. That's right. Of all of the live action movies that Disney has created, I have disliked the vast majority of them. I can plainly state here and now that How to Train Your Dragon, the live action remake, is the best live action remake from an animated picture that I have ever seen, point blank, period. It is so good, man. And you know, the reason why? They kept it simple. They kept it so simple. They didn't change shit. Ta-da! Ta-da! They changed nothing on the story. You know, maybe some slight character differences or whatnot, but not from their personalities, not from the core original story. They kept it all exactly the same. We know the story. Hiccup, he was born on the Isle of Berk, where they hunt dragons. Hiccup doesn't like to kill dragons. He ends up meeting Toothless. They mold their relationship in one of the most beautiful, magnificent sequences I've ever seen in movies. He goes through the movie trying to make his father proud, but his father is not seeing the potential in him because he wants him to be a dragon killer. You know, that relationship being molded into something so beautiful. The relationship development between Hiccup and Ingrid on how they were kind of rivals at first, and then it quickly blossoms into a love story. Hiccup meeting all of his future friends about how they kind of hated him at first and seeing them blossom into lifelong friendships. The backdrop of the Isle of Berk being a wondrous, imaginative island that you can really feel like it can exist in real life. I don't know where they filmed it, but excellent placement of set drop for the movie itself. It was so good. The backdrops itself of all of the architecture of the buildings, and it makes you really feel like that Vikings still exist. The dragons, let me get started on the dragons. The 3D imagery that you see from the dragons in this movie is easily some of the best CGI that I have ever seen. It's almost like they take what Disney was best at, from Stitch to it's really bad. Stitch is probably the best CGI that we've ever seen from the live action pantheon of the Disney movies. But what they have been able to imagine with Hiccup and all of the dragon friends and whatnot, the Queen Dragon specifically is just some of the best that I've ever seen by far. You know, they really outdid themselves. And I hope for at the very least, for visual imagery, How to Train Your Dragon deserves the Oscar nod for sure over anything else that I have seen so far this year. The main musical theme that plays as Hiccup and Toothless going through their training and they set on their first flight together, easily one of the best musical themes that I have ever heard in my life. It has been on my playlist since we got back from Epic Universe and we experienced the Isle of Berk. But what we have here is kind of a more glorified version, a more orchestrated version of that theme, and it was absolutely magnificent. Easily some of the best. It was so good, man. Having that theme go on, having them training together, you know, falling through the sky, and then being able to regrip their composure and finish out the training flight session. So good. The music that plays when he takes Ingram into the sky for the first time, it's almost like kind of like their first date, to get her to trust the process of what him and Toothless have acquired together. It's numerous times throughout this movie where you realize, oh, this is something special. This is just not your run-of-the-mill movie that you're just seeing just for whatever. You know, specific moments throughout this movie that just sets it apart from other animated movies, from other kids movies, from other just movies in general. It holds adult themes that from our childhood to our adulthood that just touches the core of the human spirit, and it just does a fantastic job of just making you feel good about Hiccup's story. It's like you're rooting for Hiccup. You want him to succeed at what he's doing so bad. He's very relatable. He's not sure of himself. His courage and his attitude is just not there, and you can just see the development of his attributes of his courage, you know, slowly develop throughout the course of the movie. And it's so cool to see. It's almost like, if you're playing a video game, if it's an RPG, you can feel the confidence points rise as the movie goes along. It's so good, man. Speaking of Hiccup himself, Mason Thames' portrayal as Hiccup, I don't know where they found this kid at, but he did an excellent job of replicating Hiccup's personality and making us feel every ounce of emotion that Hiccup had in the original movie, from the lack of confidence to that slowly growing relationship with his father, with Ingrid, with Toothless. The relationships in How to Train Your Dragon are definitely the most important aspects of the film, and they needed to find an actor to be able to portray that fear, that uneasiness, that unoutgoing personality, to slowly transition into a stronger confidence, into a stronger personality, into finding the confidence to train with Hiccup and to show his father and Ingram that he is worth what he believes himself to be. And Thames did an amazing job of portraying that on screen. It was magnificent. It really was. The legendary Gerard Butler reprising his role as Stoic the Vast. Absolutely great. The Stoic role, in my opinion, is probably the most important role in this film. Without him, it's kind of the catalyst of the Hiccup role himself. It has to be a wall that Hiccup has to break through to, get through to the rest of the village. You can't turn everyone else in the village to convince them that we should not be killing the dragons without convincing Stoic first. And Gerard Butler's performance was already legendary in the original How to Train Your Dragon, but what he was able to accomplish here, I would even say that he surpassed his original performance in the animated movie. We already know he was capable of performing this role live action, and seeing it in person, it was so cool, man. That definitely, whenever he was on screen, a smile was on my face. So thank you to him for, staying in tip-top shape and being able to portray this role as we had all envisioned it from the animated feature. There was literally no change in his performance. Like I said, I feel like it only got better, period. Nico Parker's Ingram was absolutely fantastic. She took the personality that we knew and loved from the original movies and replicated it perfectly on the live action screen. I know a lot of people had some issues with her not looking exactly like how Ingram looked in the movie, but if you can look past that and swallow that insignificancies within your own personality and see what the performance, the freaking performance, I'll say it for one more time, the performance that she portrayed on screen, you will see that she was the perfect representation to portray this character. Sometimes it can't be what an actress looks like. It's about the performance. It's about the performance. It's about the performance. Can she portray the character that she is being asked to portray? Does she have the chemistry with the title character? Does she have the chemistry with the side characters to be the main heroine of the movie? Does she have the chemistry? Is she able to perform? I'm gonna say one more time, and then I'm gonna move on. Perform. That's what we're asking for here. It's not about the looks, even though I think she's a beautiful young actress, and I'm happy that she got the role. But more so than anything else, from a review standpoint, it's about the performance and the chemistry. And on those two measures, which it should be the only two things that we should be judging here, she was absolutely perfect. Period. All of the side roles do a fantastic job as well. Nick Frost as Garber the Belch plays a fantastic mentorship role to Hiccup when Stoic is not available. Julian Densing, the kid that played the crazy kid from Deadpool 2, he portrays Fish Legs, provides a comedic relief to the cast. Really, really cool as well. His performance was cool. Really put a smile on my face. Gabrielle Howlett's portrayal as Snotlout is a brilliant performance as well. Him becoming from that douchebag best friend to the best friend or whatever, and the ignorance from his father in the movie provided some great comic relief. Bobby James and Harriet Trevaldwin provide an excellent comedic relief portraying the twins as well. So there was no weak link in the cast at all, man. I enjoyed everybody's performance 100%. This was definitely a feel-good movie. It put a smile on my face. It put a smile on my wife and daughter's face. We all had a really good time, especially coming off the cusp of enjoying Out of Berk from Epic Universe. We had seen all three of the animated movies before, but this is definitely a reinvigoration of finding the love for a movie franchise, and I'm so happy that I got to experience it. Kudos to Universal Studios for releasing Epic Universe and this new How to Train Your Dragon within a similar time period. Kind of foreshadowing the excitement off of one another, kind of like how Super Nintendo World opening up in Epic Universe kind of foreshadowed the release of the Nintendo Switch 2 and Mario Kart World as well. That was brilliant marketing by Universal, Nintendo, and How to Train Your Dragon and all that stuff, man. Super, super cool. Surely, since the weekend is over, everybody has been seeing by this point that this movie has been super successful, at least from a critical standpoint. I really do hope that it's successful from a financial standpoint as well, because I would really like to see a sequel to the live action performance of How to Train Your Dragon as well, as we do know that the sequel and the trilogy completion of this franchise was legendary. So hopefully they're able to complete the trilogy in the live action format as well. And that is going to do it here, man. So what I want to know is, how did you feel about it? Did you go watch the live action version? Are y'all kind of done with it, or did you give this one a try? If I had one go with this video, it was definitely to convince you that this movie is worth the go, even if you know the story of How to Train Your Dragon. It's definitely worth the rehaps of experiencing the magic of this franchise again, whether it be Epic Universe or How to Train Your Dragon, the movie itself. So go see it, man, truly. Okay, so y'all know the drill. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, hit that like button. If for some reason you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. Do you? If you wouldn't mind, maybe consider leaving a comment or maybe sharing the video, because that helps the channel grow, that helps the engagement, that helps all of the YouTube background stuff as well. So I'd love to hear your comments and engage with you guys, how y'all feel about the franchise in general, or how you feel about Epic Universe, or how you feel about the movie in general. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to converse with you guys. So if you want to see more content just like this, you know what to do. You're in the right place. I review virtually all of the Hollywood blockbuster movies that get released. You can follow me at youtube.com/SmartJack79. I am also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, my friends, thank you guys for the years of support. And as always, I will see y'all on the next one. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.